What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 1 of I have no idea what I'm doing, which might be a good name for the channel. Got a couple of cars here. We've got a 1984 Escort. This thing's got 17,000 original miles. We've got a 73 Pinto Squire wagon with, I think, like 50,000 original miles, and we can check those cars out later. But what we're doing today is we're going to check out the 1991 Trooper 2, and we're gonna go pick up something to help along our little project. And I'm not gonna tell you guys exactly what we're doing yet. That way I can totally back out at the last minute and you guys will never know. But we're gonna hop in the Trooper, go for a little drive, and see if we can pick up a tool, let's call it, to make the project go. So this truck was Isuzu's answer to the Montero and the Land Cruiser and the Jeep Cherokee, things like that. And it didn't do extremely well. It was underpowered, very underpowered. I think it had around 80 horsepower in its first iteration. Didn't really have much for locking differentials. It does have, you know, all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, but it wasn't that great. And it wasn't really good at anything in particular. Therefore, this thing kind of got left to the wayside. Everybody's driving around Land Cruisers. Everybody's got one. They're $1 million. These things are all completely gone. They rusted out, they're gone, they're toast. Nobody loved them, nobody drove them, everybody crushed them. So they're starting to get really, really hard to find. Kind of like the Monteros are also kind of in the same vein. Weren't a really great truck. Arguably, for some people, better looking, especially the shorty ones that you can get. But this thing, especially in this condition, is a rare, rare find. Well, it's about a half an hour drive, and the Trooper is running like shit. Check engine lights on. Every few seconds it just bucks like this. It's just absolutely miserable. I've done everything I can. The more I replace on this thing, the worse it gets. The more parts I throw at it, the worse it runs. It's just been an absolute nightmare. So I'm excited to go get this. Basically what we're doing is we're going to get a parts trooper that we can use as a mock-up to put a different motor in this truck. And we'll talk about that later. But you should have taken my advice, or the advice from Brandon, who we're actually going to go meet there. He's got a van and a trailer. The van looks like we're going to pick up bulk amounts of candy to head over to a school district. But he's got a trailer. We're going to tow the parts trooper back over to my place. This is the guy that told me, don't fix anything on that Trooper. Don't touch it. Do not touch it. It's only going to make it worse. I didn't believe him, and here I am. Now I'm looking to go put a different motor in this thing. I should probably tell you guys a little bit about what this channel will be about. And, you know, I've spent a lot of time on Instagram documenting trips, going places, buying cars, flipping cars, getting stranded, breaking down. I think that's kind of what it's going to be about, is the kind of the exploration, the journey of finding these unique cars, what it takes to bring them back to life, or what it takes to get them home here in Minnesota from places that don't have rust. Because buying anything here is kind of a why bother kind of proposition. Anything you get here, and it's tempting. You know, on the way here, I drove by a 944. The cover was blown off of it like it was just lifting up his skirt, like, come by me, come find me. And I was ironically next to this old 914 that's rotting into the ground. Anyway, it's really, really tempting to buy cars from Minnesota because they're all just sitting out in people's yards and stuff like that. But every single one of them is an absolute nightmare, a knuckle-busting nightmare. My knuckles are destroyed from trying to fix these cars. If you look at my knuckles versus the guys down in Arizona, Texas, California, it's no comparison at all. So, needless to say, you end up flying somewhere and buying cars and driving them home and experiencing them. And for me, once I experience something for a little bit, I get kind of bored and I kind of feel like I have to move on. You know, experience the new thing. There's so many cars out there. There's so many. Why settle for just one? Just to give you guys a little bit of a perspective of some of the cars I've owned in the last, I don't know, 5 years. 5 years of cars I've owned. We've got the Trooper here. We've got the 84 Escort. We've got the 73 Ford Pinto Squire. Of course, we have my 72 911. That thing's been around forever and it's not going anywhere. I've owned Yugo GV, an E30 Touring, 996 911. Well, that thing was an interesting adventure. Wish I would have had a YouTube channel for that. I've owned a Mercedes S320. I've owned a C43 AMG, an old one, not a new one, the old one in like a 98. It was actually the first car that AMG and Mercedes really collaborated officially on. I've owned E39 M5, great car, always wanted to own one of those. But kind of boring, really, too good. It was too good, didn't have enough idiosyncrasies. Things need to go wrong in order for you to have a good time. It's just, it's not endless, but it is a good amount of cars, and they just keep on cycling through. Just because I want to keep experiencing new things. And I'm hoping that you guys will get to experience a little of that with me. And I kind of had these delusions of grandeur that I would have 2 troopers, and this thing would somehow be able to be brought back to life, that I could use it in the winter. There is no chance of that. None. This thing is absolutely roached, but should do pretty well with providing this thing with some parts that it desperately needs and a great mock-up for the engine swap. This is it right here. This is where I found the trooper. It was parked right over on the grass right there. I called up the owner. He wasn't home. He said, hey, just go take it. No problem. The title was in the glove box. It was a little bit wild, but yeah, it was an easy day taking a look at the thing. There he is. Oh man, he's on a tear. What's up?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
You ready?
Oh, we're ready, dude. We're ready, man. We're gloved up. Let's
Dude, I forgot my gloves.
I got some gloves for you. I always roll with lots of gloves.
I have a feeling we're gonna need gloves with this thing. It is rough. All right, I'll.
Yeah, you need gloves or a tetanus shot, buddy. When's the last time?
I just got my tetanus shot the other day.
Good,
yeah.
You need it.
The doctor said I could die if I didn't get it, so I definitely
need
to
get it.
You
just get lockjaw.
I know, a lot of people would probably like that. All right, let's. You want to follow me up?
Yeah.
All right. This is kind of a compound here. I wonder if I'm kind of thinking he might have this thing just parked out in the yard because he says he'd have it ready for us. Let's see what he's got.
I've got some
You got a skid steer, so we'll be fine either way. But I thought we were like dragging this thing onto a trailer with no tires. So I brought my old shitty trailer because I thought we were going to be leaving it in his yard without being able to move it.
I did, you know, the spindle.
I remember the thing.
Oh, it's got a gray interior in it. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah, I got this thing
Wow.
slicked up today. So
Boy, I should almost
it.
drive this thing in winter.
Back up and pull out. We'll just do it right here where it is.
Yeah, sounds good.
You're not doing anything with this bumper, right?
Oh, no, not at all. I heard a little bit of a crunch when he kicked the thing.
I'll just push right on that then. I was going to get a tire in there, but I won't need to.
Sure.
You ready to go? You got to follow me because look at me.
Yeah?
You're the brake lights now.
On the brake lights, great. Remember what I was talking about when I was talking about rust? This is it. This is what I was talking about.
So we're hanging on. We're hanging on by a thread.
This is what, is this actually doing anything?
Yeah, it was, we're pre-stressing the frame because the frame's so rotted. When I tightened it down, the frame kind of just sagged.
Oh my God. Are we gonna make it?
Oh yeah. You wanna know what the key to making it is with shipbox? Shipbox elations. Come here, look at this.
Oh no.
Little pro tip. See these tires? Brand new. Check out my van tires. Brand new.
All right, so how about the bearings on this thing? Are the bearings good?
Bearings are fine.
Bearings, oh, that's...
Hey, I hauled a Vanagon from Nebraska with this trailer once.
All right, well, I guess that's saying something.
I can see her through.
Brandon is touting me on the virtues of his shitbox trailer. Now it's got brand new tires, yet here I am driving 75 miles an hour to catch his trailer with no trailer lights because I'm the brake lights. There's always a point in a project where you go, do I really want to do this? I've done a lot of motor swaps, I've built a bunch of engines, but I've never put anything that doesn't already belong or isn't already in the family of the vehicle that it's coming out of, whether that's Volkswagen swaps, you know, rebuilding Porsche motors, whatever. It's always something that kind of belongs. This whole concept and idea doesn't belong. So we'll have to wait and find out in the next couple weeks. Maybe the next episode we'll kind of break down the plan and see where things are gonna go. So subscribe to the channel, like it, share it. I would really appreciate that. Of course, the algorithm loves that stuff as well. And we'll see you next time.